Coach, you had a pretty good look there at the end, I thought, with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I thought, last 2 minutes executed the game plan extremely well. Juwan was aggressive with the ball. We were able to space the court and get, either him at the basket, got Paul open three, and then, had a pretty good look. Probably, in that situation, you probably got to take that shot. They're very good shot blockers. They got great size inside. To be honest with you, the ref is not going to call that at the end, and nor should he. But at the same time, I thought we did a good job of executing our pressure, being able to foul the guys that we wanted to foul. Unfortunately, there was a 6-minute stretch there in the second half where we did a really poor job of taking care of the ball and rebounding the ball. And that's when the back and forth lead changes turned into a 5, 6, 7 point lead. If that game gets in the last 3 minutes and it's a 1 or 2 point game, maybe it's a different result. But give Carl credit; he's done a heck of a job with that team. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They obviously, still have the core values of George Washington. They do a great job on the glass, and they do a great job with their pressure defense. That team started out 2-5 in the year, and kind of stuck together and hung in there, and obviously has played extremely well in our league. Go 10-6 in the league. You give them a lot of credit, and that, you got to give that credit to Carl and give credit to those guys. Obviously, Tony Taylor's had a tremendous year for him, and it was very difficult for us to handle today.
Coach, you just talked about it a little bit, and I know you guys haven't seen GW up until this point this year, but can you talk a little bit about the sort of changes and progress you've seen in this team from seeing them twice last year and blowing them out during the regular season and playing close in the first round last year, and then today, sort of the progress you've seen?
Well, again, today was another game, goes in the last 2 minutes, and throughout history of Dayton and GW, we've had a ton of those games. We've been fortunate the last couple of years to come out on the positive end for us, anyways. They have their pillars of how they play. They play with great pressure. They really rebound the ball, and they share the ball extremely well. That hasn't changed. We did a good job. We eliminated Katuka from the game. Did a great job on. I call him Mikic. I don't know how
Mikic.
Is that not bad? Pretty close. We did a very good job on him. But Katuka's a senior, and he hasn't scored the whole game. He made a huge bucket for him. It's the only time we defended the post wrong the whole game, and he was able to score. So, obviously, I think you look at that team with the kid Cromar who's hurt, right? Coming back. That team's a team that's going to challenge for the A-10 championship next year. They've done a great job.
Anything else?
Just overall,
You are.
I'm sorry, Doug Harris, State Daily News. Just overall, the effort you guys showed out there on the court.
Yeah,
just
a lot of questions after the last game because we played horribly and was slow-footed in everything we did on Wednesday night. The question is how you're going to come out, and I thought our guys responded extremely well. I thought we played with great energy and intensity. I thought we did a great job. I mean, to go into, I talk about their rebounding, we out-rebounded. I talk about them forcing turnovers. We forced 15 and didn't really pressure and trap. We did not shoot well from the free throw line, and we missed. I thought a big key in the game was in the first half how many easy shots we missed. I can see missing a couple of open jump shots, which we missed. We missed a lot of shots at the basket and did miss a lot of open shots. And I thought we executed against their pressure extremely well the first half and did not get a lot of dividends back for that. But again, our guys have been great the last 2 days in practice. One thing that this group is I think the groups that we've coached, they are a resilient group. And you know what? They're going to need to be again because we're going to have to go on the road on Tuesday and play our butt off to advance. And that's the challenge that's in front of them. I thought our guys' response squelched any questions on if they wanted to play anymore. You know what I mean? I don't grossly over-exaggerate it.
Coach, you had said Tony Taylor was difficult for you guys to handle today. What made him difficult?
Well, again, he has the ball in his hands quite a bit when they're not running some of the continuity stuff. He has greatly improved his ability to score off a ball screen, meaning he's got the dual threat. He can shoot behind it, and he can drive off it and score. You know what I mean? And he has 4 turnovers, but at the same time, he didn't distribute as well today as he has in the past. That's the next phase for him to develop off that ball screen. All great point guards have to be able to make plays off of ball screens. They got to be able to score behind them, score around them, and create for others. And he's 2/3 of the way there.
Anything else? Okay.